Yeah, walk in the building like I got $1 million on me in cash. Okay, tired of counting, I hired accountants, they doing the math. Okay, took it to places they never could make it, I'm forming a path. Okay, not going back. Okay, not going back. Let's go, not from this planet. Pull up an alien rocket ship. They try to study the way I've been doing it, they gon' need paleontologists. Feel like I'm one of the greats. Money, I'm making a lot of it. I did 1 billion streams independent, I swear that they barely acknowledge it. Okay, that means that I gotta go harder, I'm flipping the switch. Battery charging, I'm ready to flip. Feel like I'm Arthur, I'm balling my fist. Give me the call, never calling it quits. Bigger money, bigger problems, what they said to me. I don't ever worry, cause the stress don't get to me. Live and direct from the mind of my destiny. Diamonds of pressure, I thrive in intensity. Lo and behold, sticking around when they told me to go. Calling me up, nobody home. Spinning these numbers like rotary phones. Hey, lo and behold, house made of glass, they throwing these stones. Markham, Ontario, locally grown. Went off the map, I'm globally known. Walk in the building like I got $1 million on me in cash. Tired of counting, I hired accountants, they doing the math. Took it to places they never could make it, I'm forming a path. Not going back. Not going back.
Hey, it's a 1 in a million chance that you run up and not end up pissing in blacks. I made a cornerstone out of a corner, boy. Poppy still got my pick in the glass. Say, why they keep messing with G? I messy the beat. Got burners and burnouts with 2nd degree. I just total my Tesla, ain't stressing receipts. I got back in that thing in like less than a week. I just parked in the building. Matter of fact, I just stomped in the building and shot to the ceiling. Got art in apartments I bought for $1 million. Put cross on the wall and I auction the building. Now watch them play my slip. It's a cover up. Watch me spray my wrist. Get another one. Watch which name got this. Pick up brother up. Watch it game my rich. With the bubble up. Stop it. She poppin'. I seen them girls too often. My money come from content. Chris on market with some parking. Wait, cause I was just doing the walk-ins. Now I got a neighbor with a garden. Just on my car, I got a login. Chick on wood trees, don't put login. And
walk in the building like I got $1 million on me in cash. Tired of counting, I hired accountants, they doing the math. Took it to places they never could make it, I'm forming a path. Not going back. Not going back. Let's go. Yeah, walk in the building like I got $1 million on me in cash. Tired of counting, I hired accountants, they doing the math. Took it to places they never could make it, I'm forming a path. Not going back. Not going back. Let's go. Not from this planet. Pull up an alien rocket ship. They try to study the way I've been doing it, they gon' need paleontologists. Feel like I'm one of the greats. Money, I'm making a lot of it. I did 1 billion streams independent, I swear that they barely acknowledge it. Okay, that means that I gotta go harder, I'm flipping the switch. Battery charging, I'm ready to flip. Feel like I'm Arthur, I'm balling my fist. Give me the call, never calling it quits. Bigger money, bigger problems, what they said to me. I don't ever worry, cause the stress don't get to me. Live and direct from the mind of my destiny. Diamonds of pressure, I thrive in intensity. Lo and behold, sticking around when they told me to go. Calling me up, nobody home. Spinning these numbers like rotary phones. Hey, lo and behold, house made of glass, they throwing these stones. Markham, Ontario, locally grown. Went off the map, I'm globally known. Walk in the building like I got $1 million on me in cash. Tired of counting, I hired accountants, they doing the math. Took it to places they never could make it, I'm forming a path. Not going back. Not going back.
hey, it's a 1 in a million chance that you run up and not end up pissing in blacks. I made a cornerstone out of a corner, boy. Poppy still got my pick in the glass. Say, why they keep messing with G? I messy the beat. Got burners and burnouts with 2nd degree. I just total my Tesla, ain't stressing receipts. I got back in that thing in like less than a week. I just parked in the building. Matter of fact, I just stomped in the building and shot to the ceiling. Got art in apartments I bought for $1 million. Put cross on the wall and I auction the building. Now watch them play my slip. It's a cover up. Watch me spray my wrist. Get another one. Watch which name got this. Pick up brother up. Watch it game my rich. With the bubble up. Stop it. She poppin'. I seen them girls too often. My money come from content. Chris on market with some parking. Wait, cause I was just doing the walk-ins. Now I got a neighbor with a garden. Just on my car, I got a login. Chick on wood trees, don't put login. And
walk in the building like I got $1 million on me in cash. Tired of counting, I hired accountants, they doing the math. Took it to places they never could make it, I'm forming a path. Not going back.
Testing 1 2 3. Can you hear us now on Twitch? That was weird. I don't know how we got muted. Huh. Okay, that was weird. How long has that been like that? I think WWE is going to keep Otis. Yeah, it was weird. I don't know why it was Kit Kat, thank you for the subscription over on YouTube. Got yourself a running monster. Do I think Alpha Academy reunite with Chad Gable? No, I do not. I don't know why that was weird. I don't know why it was doing that. I wonder how long I was muted. Hey, why didn't this? What is going on with the sound?
/ WWE. Well, back inside the Moody Center, Tozawa, Otis, and there's Maxine, the Alpha Academy.
I don't think we can really say who's going to dethrone the champion right
action.
now, because I don't think it's going to happen for quite a long time.
Let's go, Otis. Lead the way, bub. Lead the way, Otis. Come on, Dozer.
Really? Because I was answering people in Twitch, and they were responding. That's weird.
And their opponents, first, Julius and Brutus, the Creed Brothers!
The new pupils of one Chad Gable. Chad ditched, well, Alpha Academy really ditched Chad, so Chad went running to Julius and Brutus Creed, and they are
I don't
now
think
known
so,
as
J15. I think they're gonna hold
Made.
off on that if it ever even happens at all.
Chad Gable not here tonight. He was in France for the Olympics. He was traveling back through Madrid when he sent us this.
Well, I got the Creed boys at home holding down the fort, embarrassing Alpha Academy. I had to get away. I need a little culture in my life. I came to Europe. World knows I needed it after being chased around by the Wyatt Six, whatever swamp they crawled out of for weeks. I'm a man of intellect.
Thank you, COD.
But I ain't here to play.
COD.
I came to Paris to watch the Olympic Games, gold medal matches, and do some recruiting of my own, see what's out there.
Yeah, that's their new
It
name,
made me
American
realize
Made. I'm not a big fan of
I
it.
need to get back home. I got unfinished business with those Wyatts, and it starts now. Because at the end of the day, Chad Gable always has been and always will be American made.
Well, speaking of the Olympics, Triple H
I
congratulated
think it's
one
kind of
of
what
her
they're
own,
modeling it after,
Masai
Doug.
Russell. She won the gold in the 100-meter hurdles at the Paris Olympics. Russell is part of WWE's inaugural Next in Line NIL class. She may be the future WWE superstar, but for now, she's the best in the world at the 100-meter hurdles.
Congratulations to the United States Olympic team. Obviously coming home with the most amount of medals. We're the greatest country on earth. That's awesome.
Well, here we go now. It's a Texas Tornado rules, which means all 4 men in the ring at the same time. You only win via pinfall or submission. No countouts, no disqualifications. And here's the 330-pound Otis dropping Brutus on the back of his neck.
I love
By the way,
seeing
if
this
y'all
Alpha
haven't seen the
Academy.
highlights from the N1 Victory Tournament in Noah in
Julius
Japan,
Creed.
Tavion
And
Heights
Creed
hit the
sends
most
Tozawa
amazing
With
belly-to-belly
a kip
suplex
up
I've ever seen.
on the outside.
As we talk
Just
about wrestling and everything
outstanding
else.
athletes, these two Ohio brothers.
And Otis trying to club away, and Julius with a chop block.
Yeah,
out.
there was
The
some great
double team
wrestling
by
in the Olympics,
Creeds,
for
which is legal in this matchup.
It's hard
But
to get Otis
Tavion
down
Heights
to
hit the
ground
most
because
amazing
his low center
belly-to-belly
of gravity.
suplex I'd ever
But
seen.
the Creed brothers obviously chopping at the knees.
Creed brothers, both unbelievable college athletes.
It's been a very long
Brutus
time
is
since he had a
ranked
tornado tag
#1 in the
match.
nation, unbeaten in his senior year. Julius, a two-time All-American from Duke, holds the record for most wins in Duke wrestling history.
He also has like 4 degrees or something like that from Duke.
And of course, they're led by Chad Gable, who's a former U.S. Olympian.
And Chad and the Creed brothers all have wild cases of cauliflower ear, which means they could beat your ass on the spot.
Again, this is a tornado tag team match. There's the cover and a kick out by Otis. All 4 men in the ring at the same time. Don't have to tag in and out.
Exactly.
No disqualifications, no countouts. You win via pinfall or submission.
American Made is truly a powerful group put together by Chad Gable, but Otis is the power.
Yeah, we saw them in action last week. The debut of the Wyatt Six, a successful debut in the 6-man tag team match by Uncle Howdy's group.
Man, they're just beating the hell out of Otis in this Texas Tornado tag team match.
And Tozawa, I don't know what he's doing. There's no tags. Maybe he's trying to cheer Otis on. But again, Tozawa now up to the top rope. Tozawa leaps over Otis, and the crossbody takes out Julius and Brutus Creed.
It was a sneak attack from Tozawa. Alpha Academy is seeing the same field.
And now Otis going to go for the double team using Tozawa as a battering ram.
I love it.
Down goes Brutus Creed.
Massive brain by Otis.
Tozawa's not too dizzy.
He ran the wrong direction. Yep, push, put him back the right way. Oh, no, actually. Go ahead and throw his ass, Otis.
Otis pushing Tozawa and taking out the Creeds.
Shot put
Oh, Julius is 1,000% a future champ.
Otis,
Julius is insanely talented.
Into Texas Tornado.
Whoa.
So it's not so much from getting hit too much, Trevor. It's more from the grappling aspect. It happens a lot also to wrestlers who wear the headgear because their ears are smashed down. But it's from like legitimate headlocks and the grinding on the ears, and it creates these, like, for lack of a better term, clots in the ears. And you have to get them drained or they can get really bad. I absolutely feel like Joe Hendry gets a Rumble appearance, yes. Jason had to step off for a moment. I don't know what for. I don't know where he went, but he'll be back. And a Tozawa and Funaki segment on SmackDown Anniversary episode would be insane. It'd be life altering. Yeah, cauliflower ears are a pain to deal with. They really are. I believe Davion Heights has the ability to be a future champ as well. Cody, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Get yourself a dancing avocado, and you timed it perfectly because he just came back. Of course I believe in Joe Hendry. You want to talk about over. That dude is so over. Like I said, he is the first person in WWE history to never actually be under contract with the company and to currently be under contract with another company and yet have his own playlist on the WWE network. Joe Hendry now has a playlist. Cody's like, I totally wasn't waiting. Well done, sir. Well done. R-Truth and Santino segment would be great too. DBFD, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Get yourself a dancing avocado.
Mickle Pickle, I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, Randy's not going anywhere. He's a WWE lifer for sure. Do I think Dean Ambrose comes back? I mean, never say never. I don't think so. Mainly because he cannot wrestle his style of wrestling in WWE. Even with the Netflix deal, they're still a publicly traded company, and they cannot go like super bloody and the cursing and everything, like the death match style he wants to do. I love the Uncle Howdy gimmick. I think they're handling it perfectly.
Like award-winning, they're handling the Uncle Howdy thing.
What do you mean by supposedly going to be a pay-per-view for NXT, Ricky? What do you mean by that? It either is a pay-per-view for NXT or isn't. Like, No Mercy is an NXT pay-per-view. Halloween Havoc is an NXT pay-per-view.
What?
I think we might, Fats, we might get Ricky Stark soon. I don't think he's going to renew his contract with AEW. So I could see him going. I could see him in NXT for sure.
Cody has talked to Starks, and Starks likes what he hears.
Yeah, I think that also Ethan Page, who's very close with Starks, and Sean Spears, those guys have talked to him. Henry's contract is dope. He can basically do whatever he wants. He can do WWE shows, TNA, indie stuff, and he can train at the PC. Yeah, he's now training full-time at the PC. So I do believe that when his contract is up with TNA, he does sign full-time with WWE. But that being said, his contract right now is dope.
Against the Alpha Academy. No disqualifications, no countouts, no tags. First team to gain pinfall or submission wins the matchup. And Otis now being dominated by Julius. And Brutus Creed.
Not for a super long time, not Christian. I think that Jacob Atu's only going to be out for a week or two.
Chad is traveling back from Paris, France, where he attended the Olympics.
It didn't look like he broke anything. It's just like a major stinger on the shin.
And he threw my water. And he threw my water. These American-made boys are a bunch of bums.
I'd love Zilla Atu in WWE. I think we're a long way away from that.
Smart.
And I think they might.
I hope the Lucha Brothers come.
30-pound Otis through our announce table. And Tozawa, though, caught by Julius Creed. And Tozawa
God. Oh, God, Julius. Does he owe you
got
money?
Brutus over here handling Otis. The Alpha Academy is just getting beat down by these Ohio brothers.
And here's the
I don't know, Stefan. Possibly, but they tease it, but I don't know.
Otis is down out here, and Tozawa is somehow fighting back. These
yes,
Creed
I have,
brothers
Mikhail.
have been completely dominating.
I don't think Zilla comes in time for the Bloodline story. I think the Bloodline story will already be over by the time he signs.
Julie, oh, wait a minute! Double DDT by Tozawa, who's looking to rally in this matchup.
The entire Moody Center is behind Tozawa.
What's up, Ghost Knight? I'm doing well.
Otis is still down on the ground in front of us.
Tozawa trying to fight up. Otis trying to fight up as well. Otis is
not wrong, Bearded Gaming.
Not right away. I think eventually they'll break up, but it's not right away.
The stars are convulsing.
Free Otis indeed. Down go the Creeds. Maxine's fired up.
This is what the Alpha Academy is all about.
That would be kind of cool, Ricky, actually.
That big bear paw.
Like the idea.
Just driving Julius to the mat and Brutus into the corner.
They really don't, especially if Hikuleo is signed and going to be a part of it, like they talked about before.
Julius caught in midair. That's 230 plus pounds.
The world's strongest slam.
You know what, George, I agree with you on that one. WWE is afraid of WWE to get too many free agents so it backfire. I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Elbow cover for the win for the Alpha.
Ethan, I don't see Punk winning any titles anytime soon. As a matter of fact, I think the first title shot he goes after, he loses.
He was able to sneak in there and save this thing, but Otis is still in complete control.
Otis taking out the Creed brothers by himself. Wicked clothesline. By this big, heavy
Again, I do think we're possibly going to see an Ivy heel turn here.
Oh, and a running knee by
very,
Julius.
very,
dropping.
Whoa.
And a standing moonsault by Brutus. 450 from Julius. Cover now, should say shooting star by Julius. And Tozawa breaking things up. And now Tozawa trying to get Otis back into the fight. What a matchup here. Tornado tag team rules. Creeds against Alpha Academy.
For what it's worth, Chad Gable has an eye for talent. All four of these men, obviously, going at it here in Austin.
Like I said, by the time Zilla actually gets to WWE, I think the Bloodline story will be over.
Above the ring. And Tozawa turns it around with a hurricane.
They referenced Heavy Machinery a couple times.
Went for the big kick. Slides underneath. There's the quickness of the former cruiserweight champion.
Well done. Well done, Tozawa.
And Tozawa with a suicide dive.
Oh, no.
The ropes, and he hit hard.
I don't know if he caught it as clean as he wanted to either.
No, not at all.
Had Julius reeling already, though.
But Tozawa is still fired up. And Tozawa,
His feet got caught, but thank God he's okay.
Top rope, and Brutus gonna make sure.
Yeah, that had to slow him down at least a little bit.
And now Otis clubbing away. What a matchup.
What a battle.
Between the Creeds and the Alpha Academy.
What
Oh my God.
What's happening here?
Julius with Otis on his shoulders.
Jesus.
Otis can't be comfortable up there.
Otis now with
Oh, he's thinking about superplex, and I don't think Julius does.
Brutus locked in. A massive superplex. Julius
Otis landed on his head.
Yeah. Tucker does wrestle, just indies.
Everybody's down.
I'm not even sure if he's even wrestling in the indies anymore.
You got to be kidding me.
I don't know.
Sellout crowded.
Yeah, it looks like he just looked at his hand.
Willing the Alpha Academy on.
I don't know what he'd be bleeding from, but his hand is
wildly accurate
bleeding a lot.
From the people
Good God.
here. That is the only true reaction as we watch the Alpha Academy.
Otis back to his feet.
There we go.
Tozawa, and from behind, Ivy Nile attacking Maxine.
What the hell? Ivy Nile's told her to...
And face first up or announced this. Ivy, what are you doing?
Ivy was acting like she...
You dropped it!
How's it her fault?
Ivy, what are you doing?
We're best friends.
Ivy, what are you doing?
Dragon Sleeper locked in.
Don't do it, Ivy!
Otis and Tozawa watching Ivy.
What this could mean is we could get a Maxine Dupree Ivy Nile match, which would be good.
Tozawa, and from behind a scoop up by Brutus. And a win for the Creed brothers off the distraction by Ivy Nile. The Pitbull, Ivy Nile, attacking her once.
I think the German crowd will be hot, but it's not going to be huge. It only sits about 16 to 17,000 people. So it'll be similar to the Scottish crowd.
She's under Chad Gable's spell. This happens to good
Here to
people
gaming, that would be
all
an
the
interesting
time.
story.
They become bad people because even worse people manipulate them. Ivy now ragdolling Maxine, and American-made gets it done. Ivy.
Well, Ivy Nile.
I don't know what happened to his hand, but he's bleeding a lot.
To where it all started.
Yeah, you need to get that checked real fast.
Mine here tonight.
That might require stitches. That's a lot of blood.
It appears Ivy is now part of American Made, and somebody's got to get help out
That's one of the places they take blood from because it bleeds so much. So I don't know how bad it is.
Yeah, blindside attack on Maxine Dupree.
Also, with tight tape, it could be forcing blood if you cut like near the above the tape. But still, that's still like it's still scary.
Well,
and diarrhea in the total pool of morale.
As we await for help for Maxine, we're going to head back to an interview as we regroup that was conducted earlier today by our own Jackie Redmond. Come on, somebody get out here and help her, please.
Please.
Pete, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me. I'm going to get right into it. Obviously, you've been at odds with Sheamus in recent weeks, which has left the WWE universe a little confused. I mean, when you came up from NXT, it was Sheamus that took you under his wing, showed
Jackie,
you the
come on,
rope.
Jackie.
Okay.
I was never under Sheamus's wing. He was under mine. He never elevated me. He held me down. I elevated him. He went on the run of a lifetime with me in his corner. And where did that get me? A terrible nickname and a front row seat to the Sheamus show. So let me ask you this. If he was really all about the boys, if he really had the brutes under his wing, then what happened to Ridge? Where's he?
Okay, it's clear that you hold some sort of resentment for the way things ended with Sheamus, for being called Butch. I understand.
Don't say that name.
Okay.
I never want to hear that name again. For 2 years, I had to swallow my pride. I had to let Sheamus little brother me. I'm not Butch. I'm the bruiserweight. I'm Pete Dunne. I'm an 18-year vet in my own right. And if I have to shut Sheamus up so I never, ever hear that name again, then that's what I'll do.
Okay, well, listen, Pete, I really appreciate you being honest with me about where you stand on this. Thank you again. Appreciate it.
Sounds like a very bitter Pete Dunne. Well, nonetheless, Bron Breakker, the Intercontinental Champion.
I think it was a short little interview segment, but I think it was a straight win.
Against Sami Zayn.
Oh, yeah. It did what it needed to do.
Yeah,
this is my motivation.
I think he started wrestling. I think that Pete technically started wrestling at like 13.
Yeah.
I think he said it was 13 years old when he started, which is fucking insane. But yeah.
Well, overseas you can do that.
Randy Orton has to be John Cena's last match. It just feels right.
Yeah.
His final match has to be Randy Orton. Star Juice, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Get yourself a dancing avocado. No, I do not think Braun's going to lose it in only his first title defense.
Yeah.
I would imagine that the IC title match is the main event. Especially it being a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Yeah, they got to give him the time.
Good night, Lee. I know it's late for you. John Cena
It's
has
good
talked
having
about
me
it.
out.
John Cena has talked about it. He said he would love to get that 17, but at the same time, he doesn't really deserve it, and he'd want to earn it. He doesn't want to be handed a title match. So he'd like to earn it. So we'll see. He's got 40 dates next year. 40.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure not all of them will be matches. I'm sure some of those dates are just like showing up, but yeah, he's got 40 dates. I don't think Joe Henry will be his last match. I do think we will get Joe Henry versus John Cena, though. I don't think Cody Rhodes being a babyface is boring at all. I mean, that's your opinion. But the fact that the crowd still cheers for him rampantly and the fact that his merch is still at the top of the merch sales tells me it's not boring to most people. And Cody is truly the face of the company, and it's going to be really hard to turn him heel. He's even said it. He's like, he'd be down for going heel. He just knows that right now it's impossible.
Yep.
WWE needs to have a John Cena-esque ultra baby face. And it's a Superman fallacy. You have this guy who's this big, huge baby face, massive hero. Oh, he's boring. It's just like Superman. Oh, Superman's boring. Why? Because he's not breaking the rules, because he has morals, because he's the quote-unquote big blue Boy Scout. That doesn't mean boring. Just because somebody doesn't have heelish tendency doesn't make them boring. So that's the Superman fallacy that Cody's falling under with some fans right now. Again, you're entitled to your opinion. If you find him boring, that's on you. But the reality of it is the majority of WWE does not find him boring, and they do not want him to turn heel, as evident by his pops, his merch sales, his popularity everywhere. Yeah, he's like the Captain America of WWE. Yeah, I'd almost prefer John Cena to win the IC title during this retirement run than to win another title, because the fact is, yes, he's tied with Ric Flair. He's the only person to do it solely in WWE. So his record stands alone in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing with Cody is I think every title match he's had since winning the title, I think the builds have been fast, but have been done well. I do not think we get Josh Alexander against Oba Femi tomorrow, mainly because I think we're going to get Otis. I think the tease before this match was the tease that Otis will be the person entering
in Berlin, Germany on Saturday, August 31st.
Would I love it to be Josh Alexander? That'd be great.
WWE.ticketmaster.com.
Oh, it would be amazing.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
I love it to be Moose. Josh Alexander, I don't care.
And again, Cobra, that is your opinion. You think Gunther's boring. Gunther is one of the most over guys right now as well, in the way his style works very well. But you don't like it, you don't like it.
Revisit with what we like to call raw physics.
Big Bronson Reed is a big man, standing 6 feet tall, when weighing in at over 350 pounds. A man that size shouldn't be able to do this from the top rope.
Over the course of 2 minutes and
40 dates
seconds,
in an entire year.
Bronson Reed repeatedly launched himself in a
when they're not all wrestling matches. It's not all wrestling
right.
matches. 40 dates includes appearances on Raw, cutting promos, stuff like that. He's not wrestling 40 matches.
Reed was the living embodiment
Right.
of force
And you also
equals
gotta realize
mass
that's
times
12 weeks
acceleration.
off. If he wrestles if he shows up once a week, that's 12 weeks off in a year.
1,700 pounds.
I think he'll be fine.
And Reed executed the tsunami an astounding 6 times.
Ludwig might make a good IC champ.
As for Seth
They got history.
Well, he
Ludwig
absorbed
and Bron.
thousands of pounds of impact on his body that left him laying in the ring an additional 2 minutes before medical personnel was able to safely evacuate.
I don't know if Chad Gable will be back from
was
France
destroyed
by that point.
Big
Tomorrow night,
Bronson
but maybe.
Reed.
Add it all up.
Oba
and
versus
Rollins
Moose
received
will
well
cook.
over
I think that's gonna happen.
10,000 pounds of impact.
That weight is equivalent to 2 small elephants, 10 wild boars, or 50 kangaroos.
What?
Bronson Reed is an absolute animal.
The Olympics happened. That's about all my thoughts on it.
It's not funny. And who knows how long Seth's going to be out now? Cracked ribs,
Thank you for the
internal
follow on Twitch.
bruising?
Thanks for dancing avocado.
Because of you. You're lucky you only had to pay a fine.
Pierce, you didn't give me an opportunity, so I had to go and make one for myself.
Don't give me that.
And I warned you I was going to make an impact. And what better way than to go and impale everyone's favorite WWE superstar, Seth Rollins. But hey, I'm going to give you a second chance.
What do you mean?
You can go and find me an opponent tonight, or I will go and find my next victim.
Dominic Mysterio's already won a match, won a title. He was North American title in NXT.
Not let that thing loose. Okay, we saw what it did last week. We saw the physics. Let's
It
make
is
sure
weird that
we
he
keep
didn't
him
get suspended for that.
15 kangaroos.
10 wild boars. 2 small elephants.
Otis is an Uber babyface already.
Man.
Coming up next on Monday Night Raw, we will determine who are the #1 contenders for the women's tag team titles. It could be this team, Damage Control.
おい、お前ら忘れたのか。ダメージコントロール changed this business. ダメージコントロール controlled the future. Even now, 私たちは二人っきりになったとしてもだ。Damage control is still the most dominant force in the history of the WWE Women's Division. Tonight, 今夜を皮切りに私たちは Women's Tag Team Titles を手に入れる。おい、ソーニャ、シェイナ、ゾイ。You guys seems to be
They did the injury angle last week on Dakota. I don't know if it's a legit injury or just an angle.
うちらに勝つためにしたこと、それは先週ダコタにあったみ
Asuka's
たいに
scheduled to come back first of the year, maybe even at the Rumble.
うちらの大切な仲間やってくれたからにはそれなりの覚悟しとけよ。We're gonna take away your dreams. おい、とにかく覚えとけ。As long as damage control runs low, you will never achieve our glory.
We want to make one thing perfectly clear. Damage control is done. And there's a new era. The Pure Fusion Collective. We are going to destroy one by one, like we already have. First, taking out Zelina Vega. Second, destroying Katana Chance. And third, leaving Dakota Kai sitting at home a broken mess. So you have one choice. Sit down, show us some damn respect, and get ready.
We should already be women's tag team champions. I made Jade Cargill tap out at Clash at the Castle, and the entire world saw it. But that's okay. We have ripped through this division once, and we will rip through this entire division again, limb by limb.
And after tonight, we are the most dominant force in the women's locker room. The hell? You want to step up?
Shoot your shot.
One of those two teams.
I don't know if I'm
will
feeling
make
the
the
name.
current tag team
I don't think I am.
This unholy union.
I mean, the initial one, PFC, brings back memories of something weird.
Ladies
Agreed,
and
Ace
gentlemen,
Shayna was
please
fire.
welcome the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, I don't like. Are they letting Def Rebel pick the names?
They got people looking for them all over. They got problems on SmackDown with Naomi, Bianca, Jade, and of course the two teams battling it out here tonight.
That's life as the women's tag team champions. You're going to defend it on all shows.
Coming up next, we will determine who will be the #1 contenders for the women's tag team titles. But first, WWE fans, here's a special look at the Challenge 40 Battle of the Era, premiering Wednesday at 8/7 Central on MTV.
I mean, honestly, it typed out. It looks good.
If you're here, it's because you've been a part of Challenge history. We've chosen the top.
So seeing it typed out there on the screen, it looked a little bit better to me, and it might be something that grows on me. You know what it feels like? A lot of the names we're getting lately. It's almost as if they have like a Japanese flair. Like you think about, you know, New Japan and Noah and DDT and the way their factions get names. It feels A little bit like that. PF Chang's, god damn it. King, that's fucking hilarious. I just don't understand the
That's
fusion.
what it is.
I kind of understand the fusion part, but I at the same time don't. Like fusion, I guess you're like MMA is a fusion of different martial arts practices together. So like if you explain it, the name can make sense, but on initial hearing it, it doesn't make sense. Jesus, there's already been 40 challenges on MTV. Good God.
Good God.
Um, yeah, I always think about the Miz with those two. Again, it feels very much like a New Japan faction name, Pure Fusion Collective.
Yeah.
Yes, Bobby is not renewing his contract, and according to the podcast he's been going on, he's already done. Like his contract's already up. So, Bobby, so like I said, a lot of what MVP was doing felt to me like, oh, this is a work. Why would you so incredibly aggressively burn bridges with WWE? In MVP's defense, he knows he only has one run left in him, so if he decides to take that run on the Indies instead of WWE, he doesn't care about burning bridges, which is stupid because he could have a lifelong career as a producer/agent if he didn't burn bridges. That being said, what Bobby is doing, I think, is even worse. He's basically almost defending Vince McMahon on the regular. Every discussion he has, he's defending it. When the thing is, it's like, one, he's like, oh, well, Triple H just didn't book for me. He didn't book me in spots. He's only been booking for 2 years. You have been booked under Vince McMahon. You've been fired by Vince McMahon before. You've been stuck in terrible storylines like that Lana wedding storyline. That's all under Vince. You just forget about that all of a sudden? Like, you had
that also ended with Liv Morgan professing her love to Lana?
Yeah, you literally, yeah, Bobby's sisters, like, you literally, yes, you got championship matches under Vince. That's great. But in the scheme of things, if you look at your booking over your entire WWE career, you had more shitty angles than you had good angles that Vince McMahon put you in. And quite frankly, not everybody can be the top guy. And let's face it, what is Bobby, in his late 40s?
Something like that.
And yes, Vince beat Bobby for the ECW title.
Yeah.
It's not that Triple H didn't know how to book him. It's that Triple H didn't have a spot for him. You can't put everybody in the main event. You just can't.
Damage control.
Yeah, it shouldn't be about guys. You know, it's about building stars, not about veterans getting what they want and getting to call their own careers. I'm not saying he hasn't earned that, but at the same time, not everybody's going to get what they want.
So much history in this upcoming tag team match. We'll get into it. As Kyrie saying,
and they also like to bring up, and MVP and Bobby like to bring up, well, I didn't even have a match at WrestleMania 39. Yeah, because Bray Wyatt got sick. You had a story.
Looking on, and also looking on tonight,
Bray Wyatt got ill.
Legend Candice Michelle here live.
Hey, Candice Michelle.
Austin, Texas for Monday Night Raw.
Hell yeah. Always love seeing folks that help build the company we have today.
And tonight's Monday Night Raw is presented by MTV's The Challenge 40 Battle of the Eras, premiering Wednesday at 8/7 Central on MTV.
I have a simple rule. If CT and Johnny Bananas are on a show, I'll watch the show. And I do believe
in the
from
second
the
row.
preview they
Wow.
are, so I can't wait to watch.
Short of
I
getting
also
front
can't wait
row,
to
what better
watch
seats could she have gotten?
how this all unfolds. Champs are here, #1 contender title match.
And if you notice, there was kids sitting in front of her, so she may have very well given her seat to children who were sitting behind her.
And their opponents, accompanied by Sonya Deville, Zoe Stark, and Shayna Baszler.
I have a feeling that they're going to go over in this match.
Especially since they've got a name now.
Yeah, with them getting their name, Sonya's going to be out there, she'll cause a distraction. They've also been getting dominated by damage control lately, so they need a win here.
On Monday Night Raw, it's supposed to be Dakota Kai and Sonya Deville one-on-one action. And look what damage control does. They attack Dakota Kai and attack her already surgically repaired knee to the point where she's going to miss.
Yeah, the fact that they're actually
10 weeks of
attacking the
action
knee makes me
with
feel
a
like it's a
torn
work
meniscus. She
injury.
needs meniscus surgery. Meanwhile, Io Sky would replace Dakota Kai in this matchup against Sonya Deville. Things got out of control before Io Sky and Kairi Sane.
That was insane. I thought they were both going for a moonsault in the same
Fusion
direction.
Collective has certainly raised a lot of
So
hell.
Dakota Kai is out with an injury. I think it's a storyline injury, and Asuka's out with a legit injury, and will be back first of the year.
A lot of history, a lot of pent up, and a lot on the line here. Pure Fusion Collective, a fusion, obviously, of mixed martial arts and wrestling.
And Io Sky now starting things off with Shayna Baszler. Baszler and Sky with a lot of history, dating all the way back to Japan.
Well, they're working on making a difference.
Kairi Sane tonight. They were once known as the Sky Pirates.
Oh, Zack Ryder return, yes and no.
I don't think Zack Ryder ever returns. I think Matt Cardona might come back.
Shayna Baszler all out of sorts with this.
But I don't ever see Zack Ryder return.
Damage control.
Yeah, they kind of hypnotized
He has
Shayna a little
built
bit.
too
Look
much
this way,
as
look
Matt
that way.
Cardona
Oh,
to
double
go back
missile
to
drop
Zack
into
Ryder.
your back.
And luckily, he owns the
Damage
copyright, so
control.
if he
In
does
control.
re-sign with
And Deville
WWE, they
looking on
can't
at
use the name
ringside.
Zack Ryder.
She's
because he
charging
owns
with
it.
somebody in the front row. She needs to be worried about the Pure Fusion Collective.
And Kairi Sane now with Baszler in trouble in the corner, and there's that slide.
I think the Lucha Brothers, and if they sign Motor City Machine Guns, which I hope they do, they can really build up the tag division.
Down goes Baszler.
Which kind of needs it.
And Baszler, cover now. They've
Yeah.
had some great battles over the years for the NXT.
Zack Ryder
Women's
is dead.
Championship have
Yeah.
Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler also.
Yeah, I think the
Made
character of Zack
classic.
Ryder is
Smart
never going
move
to be
here by
back.
Shayna getting a breather, but I don't think it's going to
Short
happen.
of him doing like a weird legend thing, like
Baszler
at a
now
Royal
turns things
Rumble or
around
something,
and
but
sends
I
Kairi
don't see
Sane
it.
back into the ring. Submission magician.
I could see you
Shayna
do like
Baszler,
Zack Ryder
former
comes out,
two-time
gets
NXT
destroyed,
Women's
gets like
champion tag made, and here comes Zoe Stark.
so like that, and he
What's
comes back
also
in as Matt
interesting, Pat,
Cardona.
is that Zoe Stark is a former tag team champion. As you see the double team.
Lucha Brothers versus the
Sliding
Rascals would be
forearm
amazing.
by Stark. Get into that in just a moment as Stark and Shayna Baszler. Pure Fusion Collective take control.
Is it the black Pentagon mask? NYC.
It's Larson.
I would recommend getting a silver metallic Sharpie for him to sign it.
Yeah, definitely.
If it's the white one, get a gold one. Get a gold metallic Sharpie. The white one's rare though. Like he doesn't wear that one very often. Oh, you have the Red Samurai one. Oh, you have the red one, you have the Joker one, and the Venom one. Okay. I think on all three of those though, I would go with the silver.
Yes.
Although, like maybe on the Joker one, the gold might pop better for the signature on the Joker one.
Yeah, because it's white. It's a white base with like the green,
the purple and the green and everything. That one might pop better with the gold, but the other two definitely go silver.
Stephanie Vancourt should be debuting within the next month. Yeah, Phil, if you ever get that Pentagon mask sign, just do it in gold. If it's the white one, definitely do it in gold.
Dan, apparently Ray is also leaving AEW, according to all reports, is that they're both leaving when their contract is up.
And there's a month difference between the expiration of contracts. So Mysterio, Penta might be gone for a month, then Ray's going to be gone, and then they'll show up in wherever they're going to go.
Mark, he's not dead. It's the character of Zack Ryder is dead. That WWE let the copyright lapse on the name Zack Ryder, and Matt Cardona very smartly bought it. So now nobody can use it but him.
You're right, Rock. One won't sign without the other anymore. I mean, ever since their days back in Lucha Underground, they go together. Where they're a package deal everywhere they go. They already have, Lewis. Oh, there's a lot of people who go hand. Ricky Starks would be good in NXT just so he can get used to the WWE product, but sooner or later he'll definitely go to SmackDown. He's definitely a SmackDown guy. Yes, Matt Cardona is married to Chelsea Green.
Guys, don't forget, if you want me to do the Beard Hendry look, go over to my Instagram, give me a follow. Once we get it up to 1,000, I will do it. Also, while you're there, please go check out my link tree. Our good friend Jamal has a GoFundMe there to help him get back on his feet. Please go donate there. It'd be great to help him out. Good friend of the channel, one of the OGs.
Ricky Starks versus Austin Theory.
I almost don't want that. Ricky Starks would cook his ass in the mic.
Titles currently held by Fire
the matches would be phenomenal.
With us tonight.
Yeah, give me matches. Don't give promo.
You have to have promos to build up the match, and Ricky Starks would
Fusion
cook a
Collective.
Austin.
Say that 10 times.
Pure Fusion Collective.
I would like to see them as a tag team later down the road too.
That you could
do.
do.
DDT to Shayna Baszler. Your CEO Sky looking on. What's interesting is Zoe Stark, former tag team champion at NXT with
TNA and WWE have a working relationship.
Side of the ring with the #1 contender opportunity
That's
on the
nothing
line.
short of amazing.
Shayna makes a tag, and here comes Zoe Stark. Tag made to Io Sky. It's Sky and Stark.
Thank you,
going
Mikey.
How about this?
My birthday
taking
gets
it
gonna
to
be
Zoe
late.
Stark.
Former WWE Women's Champion, Money in the Bank winner, NXT champ, Io Sky. Block Stark, big kick to the side of the face.
Zoe all discombobulated.
And so is Shayna Baszler, hung up on the top rope by Sky. Damage Control wants to prove they run the women's division. And a double missile drop kick by Sky into a kip up. The tag champs, I'm not sure if they look impressed or not.
They need to be. How could you not be impressed? Austin, Texas is going crazy for Damage Control.
Oh, and there's the bullet train attack from Io Sky in the corner. Coming to become the #1 contenders, and Zoe Stark kicks out.
Give me again.
Pure Fusion Collective gets a nice combo missile drop kick from Io Sky into a kip up.
No, Damage Control has kind of become faces.
Zoe with a nice
over the last couple weeks.
German suplex
Yeah.
to Io Sky.
Not fully face,
Zoe thinks that she took Io Sky's best effort there,
pretty much
still able to kick out.
Tag, Shayna Baszler.
I'd love to see Britt Baker in WWE.
And there's the running knee. Didn't quite get all of it.
Oh, that would be amazing.
By WrestleMania or right after Mania, Ben, I could see
for
that.
the win. Kyrie Sane.
Oh yeah.
Saving the matchup for her team.
You're firing.
I can see, and the thing is with Paige, Paige is another guy I could see going to SmackDown. Just
Indeed, Kyrie Sane now sent out to the floor.
There's already built-in story with him and Cody.
Right in front of the tag champs.
yeah.
They have this confidence about them that they aren't worried about nothing. They need to be.
Yeah, Fire and Dawn.
Tegan Knox does house shows.
Yeah, she's currently on the house show circuit. They're trying to figure out where to fit
Io
her
Sky, we're going to take out
Again.
Zoe Stark. Look at the power.
Oh,
right to the knee,
God.
right to the back. And Io says it's over. And Sonya Deville causing a distraction, and Shayna Baszler, and now Kyrie Sane.
This Pure Fusion Collective isn't scared to use extra tactics.
Sky, and the thing is, Sky and Stark Zoe have history in NXT.
Driving Zoe
Yeah,
Stark
Sky has
to the
history
floor.
with both of those from NXT.
And Sky and Stark now Uh-oh, Sky shoved into fire, and now a kick to one after the tag champs.
Catching shrapnel, Zoe says sorry about it.
And Io Sky with a right. And this matchup continues. Sky looking for over the moonsault to try to put Zoe Stark away. Io Sky connects. Here's the cover. One. And Isla Dawn of the tag champs breaking this up. And now all the fire involved. DeVille runs into a kick.
He knows everybody, these champs.
The tag team
It was
champions
Zoe that hit. Like, I don't quite understand attacking Io Sky there.
He's trying to showcase dominance. I don't
Or
fully
maybe it'll be a
understand
triple
what the
threat
hell
tag
is
match.
going on.
That's
Byron
fine.
Vaughn said it doesn't matter.
And the tag team champions making an example tonight. Still no number one contender. So, Pat, who is the strongest group in the women's
Technically, that way the
division in
champs don't get
WWE?
tagged and they can have whoever they.
Yes, Fire and Dawn would say.
I don't like it, but I will deal with it.
My only issue is attacking Io.
All the
Because
competition.
it doesn't make sense to attack Io there. But other than that, I'm okay with it. Like, triple threat, because if they win a triple threat to keep the titles, then it makes them look stronger.
Disappointed because you didn't have a match in your hometown at SummerSlam. Because you lost to the Rock and Roll Express last week.
A town down under.
Them too? Damn. Dog, I'm gonna cheer you up.
Oh, that's true,
Check this
Scourge,
out.
yeah.
I talked to Adam Pearce. I got you a title match. Intercontinental Championship match against Bron.
Bron Breakker?
You, dog.
Doesn't he have a match against Sami Zayn tonight?
I don't know about that. Look, that's you, ain't it?
Truth.
That's you, dog.
That's not Bron Breakker. That's Bronson Reed. Bronson! Bronson!
Look like. And it's the guy that killed Seth?
Yes!
My bad.
What's the matter with him?
He got a match against Big Bronson Reed tonight.
Isn't that the guy that killed Rollins last week?
Yes!
Listen, Miz, you're awesome. You're like one of the most decorated WWE superstars ever of all time. You're a Grand Slam champion, two-time Grand Slam champion. You main evented WrestleMania against John Cena and you won. You got this, guy.
You think I got
get him.
this?
Do I think? I know you got
think
this.
I got this?
I think you got it.
I got you.
I know you got
this.
Go get him. Go get him. Go get him.
Do you really think he got a chance, dog?
Nonetheless, the Apex Predator, the number one
Love
contender for the
truth.
world title, Randy Orton is here live next.
That is a good point Rock made about Britt Baker.
Tomorrow,
is that
Obafemi will be defending his North America.
It's unclear if she could work WWE schedule with her also still doing the dental stuff. But if she worked if she worked NXT,
yeah.
But also they are teasing possibly starting to go on the road with NXT. They're going to try those first two shows of the CW era in arenas, so they're going to try it. So maybe.
I don't know.
We'll have a match Bash Berlin and Cody's going to win. I did not, JB Thuggin. R-Truth is good now. Especially for a man in his 50s.
Lose my mind if I see Moose versus Oba tomorrow. You're not the only one.
I would love it, but at the same time, I agree with a lot of people saying that should be a pay-per-view match. I think we're going to get Otis tomorrow. I think they teased that today. And then I think we'll get Otis tomorrow. And then I think we could possibly set up Moose versus Obafemi for No Mercy. Yeah, I mean, admittedly, like, It's a little bit off the, but at the same time, I still like it because you just put Obafemi on a main roster show. So I'm okay. I'm okay with the open challenge being a little predictable of Otis taking the challenge because we got Obafemi on Raw.
Yes.
Thank you, JB.
And people are going to go, okay. People who don't watch NXT on a regular basis go, okay, who is this guy? Why should I care about him? And they're going to do the research and look and go, okay, holy crap.
Yeah, anybody who doesn't already watch NXT and know who that is, even though they do talk about him a lot on air, they're going to go check him out.
We've already made the dancing avocado shirt and glow. Can we do glow in the dark shirts?
Oh, that's hilarious. No, we cannot do glow in the dark shirts.
Okay.
Who was asking about glow in the dark shirts?
Jacob.
Oh. Oba versus Odyssey Jones. Yes, please.
Yeah. How do you think an invasion would go between main roster and NXT/TNA? Oh, God bless America.
If they first turn the TNA NXT partnership into almost a dual branded situation to where it's a permanent partnership, which I think they should. I'll be honest. I think they should keep this going for as long as possible.
Oh, yeah.
No, Rock. Oba is actually from Nigeria. That's not a fake accent.
No, that's his legit.
Yeah, that's his legit accent. He's from Nigeria. If they keep this as a true partnership and it's a long-term full-time partnership, you could set it up to where, because they keep talking about it, you can tease little things here and there.
Featuring CM Punk on Tuesday, October.
But they're really starting to push NXT on the main roster. So this is a little plant.
Randy Orton on Tuesday, October 8th.
It is his accent, guys.
All part of the highly anticipated broadcast television debut on the CW network. Tickets for both events go on sale this Thursday.
Push it a little bit. But no, he's from Nigeria.
Now,
he's born and raised in Nigeria.
In his hometown of St. Louis. Last week, Randy Orton decided he wanted to be a baseball player. Hey, he does everything else.
You'll have to send that to me, Rock.
Try his hand at baseball. He visited Busch Stadium in his hometown of St. Louis. He greeted a lot of
if it's his accent, it's his accent. If it's not, it's not. Who cares? He's a monster of a wrestler.
First pitch.
I'll tell you what, threw a strike, got the thing over the plate. I think the batter would have swung. And Randy Orton obviously represented in St. Louis, wanted to show that.
Yeah, he hung out with right fielder.
If WWE does a belt collector gimmick, I think Obafemi is your best shot for that.
In all fairness, they kind of did it with The Miz. Miz is the only person in WWE history to hold 3 belts at once.
Cardinals selling tens of tickets.
True.
In here.
And they did it first.
Thousands and thousands are excited about.
At least they hit the ball. Unlike the Mets.
And he's not even first generation American, Kiwinzi, because he was born in Nigeria.
Please welcome the Viper, Randy Orton!
When they talk about aura, this is what they are speaking of. Randy Orton entering an arena.
What are you talking about, Aziz?
Well, 2 weeks from Saturday, we are in Berlin, Germany. Bash in Berlin. Randy Orton looks to become a 15-time.
I'll be honest, if I looked like Randy Orton, I don't know if I'd wear pants either. I probably wouldn't wear shirts either.
Will take on the
go everywhere around with no shirt
champion, the ring general, Gunther.
Yeah, you know Randy's the nudist, right?
Closer to history.
I doubt it with 5 kids.
16-time title reigns of both John Cena and Ric Flair.
And there's a lot of videos of this stuff around the house. He's always wearing clothes. So
bigger, stronger, faster than ever.
And this is how Randy Orton earned this opportunity to battle Gunther. This was back at the end of May.
I think with the new layout, it might have stretched it this way some. With the new compatibility mode, I think it might have stretched it a little bit this way.
Took advantage, and then this happened.
So that might be what it seems like. I think it might have stretched it a little bit this way.
Nowhere near on the mat. The referee referee still called the 1, 2, 3. Gunther became the
Not
king
wrong,
of the
Mark.
ring. Randy Orton lost the opportunity to battle for the title.
I think we'll get a bald Randy
to
Orton
win the
when he
gold.
goes full heel.
And Randy Orton was able to get a get back real quick. And we, as a WWE Universe, get an opportunity to see a dream.
He's got his pads on like he's going to wrestle, but he's not taped up.
Randy Orton and Gunther for the World Championship.
He might be
in
doing a
Berlin.
move at least.
Are you kidding me?
But then again, Randy wouldn't have done all this just to do an RKO, hit an RKO on somebody.
So the only reason I think that the Germany crowd may not be as loud as France is because France had 60,000 people.
A legend.
There's only going to be about 16 to 17,000 in Germany, just like Scotland. They're doing a smaller arena.
You're not wrong, Ward.
How you doing, Austin, Texas?
Well, I'm certain that the French crowd was very passionate, and they set the standard. But part of what helped them is the fact that they had
Got a
60,000
little
people.
history for you. 20 years ago, this month, 20 years ago, I won the world title for the very first time.
Good God, 20 years ago.
I became the youngest world champion in history on that night 20 years ago. And in a few short weeks at the Bash in Berlin, history will repeat itself, and I will become a 15-time world heavyweight champion. Now,
He needs 2 more wins to tie John Cena, 3 more to beat him.
Well, here is the current World Heavyweight Champion, the reigning King of the Ring, the man who beat Damian Priest at SummerSlam. We saw an interesting stat about Gunther today.
75% of his time here in the WWE, he has been a champion. In a class of his own since starting.
I'm not sure anybody's even close to that.
He has a championship pedigree. He has all the tools. He is certainly capable. But Randy Orton's a different animal. Especially at this stage, with history on the line. Either said he could become a 15-time world champion. Gunther said, I don't want to hear about any of that.
ladies and gentlemen, take a picture. Remember this moment in time. Remember the atmosphere, because in a few short weeks at the Bash in Berlin, I'm going to beat this guy. And then his Friday nights aren't going to be free anymore. And Monday Night Raw is going to be my new home.
You like that?
Well, you're right. Everybody, take a picture of him, memorize that moment, because that's Randy Orton, one of the greatest of all time.
Okay, so I just watched that NXT Level Up interview with Obafemi where he doesn't have the accent.
Instead of that, you should be
One, you can hear the accent when he's talking. He's
time.
putting on an American accent in that video. He's trying hard to just speak without a Nigerian accent. You can hear it a little bit. You know how like, you hear a Canadian say sorry about that? You can hear the accent when they say certain words. So I think that his Nigerian accent is a little bit of an exaggerated version of how he speaks at home. But the American accent he did in the initial Level Up was also an exaggeration.
You better look at me because I want you to understand something. This is a new era. This is the era of the Ring General. And in my era,
and also in the interview, he just said, "I was born in Nigeria."
That waste their potential. In the future of my era, Randy, you won't play a role anymore.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there, man. I never claimed to be perfect. I've made mistakes. I've actually made a lot of mistakes. I would venture to say that I've made more mistakes than just about everybody in that locker room. But here's the thing, Gunther. I owned up to those mistakes. I changed course. You see, I think maybe you forgot who you were talking to. Let me remind you just who you were talking to. My name is Randy Orton, and I am the most unpredictable, the most violent, the most controversial yet successful WWE superstar in the history of the game. You say that this is a curse? My friends, you got it all wrong. I look at it as a gift. Now, you can have your opinion, but I've done it my way the entire time, and I always will do it my way, the American way. I've got 5 beautiful kids at home. I have got a hot-ass smoke show of a wife waiting for me back in St. Louis. And the cherry on top, Gunther, is I'm a 14, soon-to-be 15-time WWE World Champion. So, again, I appreciate your opinion, but I think I've done pretty damn good for myself.
Ooh.
I don't think they have Gunther lose in his very first title defense, Trenton.
Randy, that's all good for you, but I got stuck when you said you're unpredictable. I think it's the opposite. I think you are very predictable. So let me predict a few things for you. Prediction number 1, I'm gonna give you the beating of your lifetime when we meet in Berlin.
I'm aware.
Prediction number 2, because of that, Randy, you will never be World Heavyweight Champion again. If anybody wonders why I'm so sure about that, Randy, let's be honest, when it really, really matters, you always screw it up.
No, Karina, he only had 1 daughter with his first wife.
Listen
3 of
to
them
me.
Are his stepkids.
I don't want to throw this at you like an insult because
youngest is between him and his new
it just
wife.
comes naturally to you,
Well,
I
not
feel
new.
like.
They've been married for a while now. But.
Because your grandfather...
So his oldest is from a previous marriage.
Was a screw-up.
He has 3 stepkids.
Your father was a screw-up. And you, Randy Orton, you are the biggest screw-up of them all.
It'd be ironic, Trenton, but it would be bad for business. Irony doesn't pay the bills.
Let's go, Kurt.
McIntyre.
Some incredibly disrespectful things from Gunther to Randy Orton, and now we got Drew McIntyre coming out.
No, not triple threat. Give me one-on-one bash.
I don't know what the hell Drew doing.
Just screwed up. Gunther said he would always see it coming, but he didn't see it coming tonight. Meanwhile, Punk attacking McIntyre. Punk coming from out of nowhere to attack McIntyre.
Punk allegedly had travel issues, wasn't able to make it. Certainly wasn't going to miss an opportunity to attack Drew McIntyre. What the hell is he thinking?
McIntyre's he's obviously gonna punish Punk here. Belt in hand, Punk getting out of harm's way, and now Punk with the right hand. And these two continue to brawl. This personal issue between Punk and McIntyre simmering tonight, and now Punk with the belt in hand. Punk whipping the hell out of McIntyre.
Jesus Christ.
His own belt.
As good old JR would say, we move like a government whoop.
Publicly flogging Drew McIntyre on Monday Night Raw.
Drew
Maybe they end up
McIntyre
having a
got the
strap
win.
match.
That SummerSlam, but CM Punk.
And McIntyre in retreat. That had to feel great for CM Punk. A long time coming for that loudmouth McIntyre.
Physically, spiritually, emotionally. What a night for CM Punk here in Austin.
What an incredible moment. First the RKO out of nowhere to Gunther, and then CM Punk turning the tables on McIntyre.
We says CM Punk on the whole damn scene.
I'm backstage with Sheamus, and Sheamus, I was hoping to get your reaction to what Pete Dunne had to say earlier today. He seems to hold a lot of resentment towards the name Butch, and
possibly hitting a strap match.
You know, I could understand a lot of mysteries, Jackie. You know, how the pyramids were built, if aliens really exist. I could even give you Bigfoot's name and address. But the one mystery I can't understand is why Pete Dunne has so much beef with me. I mean, all I ever did was trying to raise that angry Englishman up, and yet somehow he blames me for falling off the WWE radar. Me. I mean, I was there 6 months.
Gunther actually doesn't have like a solid finisher. He finishes people
if I was
off
ever
going to
get back, and he blames me.
Which makes him so dangerous.
But the ironic thing is, now he's making himself relevant again off my name. Truth is, Jackie, you're damned if you do.
Hey, old fella!
Excuse me, Jackie.
I put you through a real banger last week, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
Right? Well, just here to tell you, don't make the mistake of believing that this is over. Because it's not. It is far from over. I told you I'll come back to put an end to the Celtic Warrior once for all. You get that?
Oh, I get it.
Yeah?
Because that brogue to your skull must have damaged your brain a lot last week. But if you want to go with me...
Hey, go! Oh, and Pete Dunne from behind with a shillelagh.
Pent up rage.
Hey, gosh!
Take it out on Sheamus.
Been brewing a long time for Pete Dunne.
Come on, keep it back. That's enough, Pete.
The backstage at Raw is becoming the it's becoming the NXT parking lot, man. Good lord.
Get it.
Look at a smile on the way out.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet?
That's been simmering for a long time with Pete Dunne. Everybody had to say earlier tonight in the interview with Jackie Redmond.
Awesome! Came to play.
Introducing first, accompanied by our truth, residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, The Miz!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, The Miz is in this predicament because of
21-time champion.
Who thought he was getting Miz a match with Bron Breakker for the Intercontinental title. Instead, it's Bronson Reed.
R-Truth and The Miz are certainly a unique relationship.
And of course, The Miz, a former MTV star, and this match is presented by MTV's The Challenge 40, Battle of the Eras, premiering Wednesday at 8/7 Central on MTV. Miz, Big Bronson Reed, live next.
You know, as much as we've complained about Roman coming back was too fast and stuff like that, what they've done with him and the non-speaking thing is pretty good.
I still feel like it's being rushed, but we'll see how it goes.
No, I completely agree with you. It's being rushed. Now, I can understand why people are thinking, oh, Miz is going to turn on Truth and stuff like that because, you know, it makes sense. It's some weird Sabbath like that. But the only reason why I can see turning Miz heels because we need some decent heels. But we don't. We got some really good heels right now on the Raw.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking it myself, but like I agree with you that we kind of don't need any more heels.
I mean, look at the heels we got right now. We've got Bronson Reed. I mean, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, Judgment Day, Chad Gable, and American Made. So I don't think we really need any more heels.
Oh God. Yeah, you got Drew McIntyre. Ivy just turned heel.
Yeah.
I mean, they are teasing the Xavier Woods thing. Obviously, I don't think that'll happen. But you got Final Testament.
Yeah. So we got plenty of heels.
There's a lot of heels. I kind of agree with you there, though, War. Miz is kind of better at it. And he prefers to be a heel. Anyone I would prefer to be a babyface. Trying to think of the heels we got now. If there's anybody I would want to be babyface.
Punk's not heel, but he's not face either. So
yeah, he's kind of playing that middle ground. Depends on who he's talking to. Austin Theory is somebody I want to go face.
Yeah, but he's on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Both Jacob Fatu and Austin Theory both are SmackDown bound.
Well, we weren't just talking about Raw. They were just asking like anybody.
Oh, anybody? Okay.
I think for the storyline Black Empress that I think Punk, he's the heel in that story with Seth right now.
Right.
Well, Punk is a face in the Drew McIntyre storyline, but in the Seth storyline, he's the heel. He's one of the few people who can do that, who can play it both ways. It's possible of Grayson Waller versus Austin Theory at Bad Blood.
R-Truth has been heel. He was heel in TNA. He was heel in WWE too. Him and Miz were both heel in WWE.
The special entrance of WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio in a special guest tag team partner. Who it could be?
Montez Ford going heel would be kind of cool.
Excuse me, Punk. Earlier tonight, it was cited that you were experiencing travel issues, but correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure we were on the same flight to Austin and I experienced no sort of delay.
No, you are not wrong. That was me on your flight. We sat next to each other. I told a little white lie because I figured if I showed up, Drew wouldn't. And we saw how fast he ran out there. I just got done watching a bunch of the Olympic athletes on the track and field. Drew could give him a run for their money. No, I told a little white lie to get my hands on Drew because he's running around with the bracelet with my wife's name on it, with my dog's name on it, and it's not about the bracelet. In fact, Drew can keep the bracelet. It's the context, it's the names that are on the bracelet. He can keep the bracelet, but he's gonna keep my wife's name out of his mouth. He's not allowed to speak Larry's name without the consequences and the repercussions. And I'm glad I came to Austin, Texas. I've flown a lot farther to put a beating on Drew. I went to Glasgow to watch him embarrass himself in front of his home country, and this isn't gonna stop until I get my hands on him.
No, that was Gunther in the background.
And it's funny, because I know he's gonna call me a hypocrite for saying I had travel problems and showing up when he least expected it. But this is a man who says he hates my guts but wants to stay attached to me via the bracelet, yet wants to run from a fight that he picked. And I'm glad I showed up in Austin because I think I just figured out a way to make everybody happy.
Yep.
Thanks so much for clarifying.
Good journalism. Look at the Miz. Hell of a run.
I mean, she was on the flight with Punk. She could have reported that long ago. Well, there's Miz. Not happy with R-Truth right now. R-Truth got him in this mix-up, this match with Big Bronson Reed.
He's going to need some help.
Special guest here tonight, Pat.
WWE Hall of Famer.
And newest signee. There's his son right next to him.
Mark Henry.
And don't forget his son, Jacob.
His son, Jacob, is squatting 650 pounds already.
From the University of Oklahoma, part of the NIL program here in WWE. We had an interesting chat with this young man earlier today.
Absolutely. Mark Henry, one of the finest gentlemen to ever walk this earth, and obviously the strongest, and his son is following suit.
God, his son is squatting 650. Jesus Christ. No, Mark Henry's time at AEW is over.
Yeah.
General Manager Adam Pearce upset that he was called out for not being out here for the attack by Reed on Rollins last week. Said he was escorting Drew McIntyre from the building at the time. Fined this man not once, but twice because of the 6 tsunamis he delivered in an unprecedented assault on Seth freaking Rollins, who's going to be out of action now for a while.
Yeah, apparently he's regularly squatting 650.
Yeah, Bronson Reed.
And the funny thing is, Mark said that his daughter's stronger than him.
I did what I had to do. I crushed one of WWE's golden boys.
He certainly did, and then somehow now he has a match with The Miz, and The Miz is contemplating everything, I assume.
Well, of course, The Miz is a veteran, a 2-time WWE champion.
His son is already signed with WWE on the NIL contract. He's in college.
Bronson Reed, Mrs. Wildly, and Miz going to have to try to use that veteran instinct to try to stay away and pick up some sort of big win over Bronson Reed here tonight.
You know what The Miz says? To hell with it. I'm going to take the attack to Big Bronson Reed. I like it.
No, thank you, Jesus.
Until it doesn't work. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. We shall see.
And Reed misses wildly again, and Miz, oh goodness!
There's the punch in the face, and it wasn't with a fist, it was with his stomach.
Yeah, just ran into a brick wall and then delivered an elbow. I still have nightmares, Pat, of that attack last week on Seth Rollins by this man, Big Bronson Reed, like a bowling ball running through Miz.
10,000 plus pounds of Demolition of Seth freaking Rollins last week, and now The Miz is on the receiving end.
And now R-Truth trying to help out his buddy, his tag team partner, and Bronson Reed now off the apron, just drilling Miz. Reed dominating again. How do you
So I got a quick question for chat. Why y'all want my brother to die?
7 crew members, only one survived.
Like, don't put him in matches and stuff like that where he's gonna die.
I got a pee.
Okay. And see, Bronson Reed was a fan of Bang Bang Bigelow, and actually modeled his moveset and career after Bang Bang Bigelow. Ooh, we might see Bronson Reed get the World's Strongest Slam. Nice beat. Yeah, nice cover. You did, James. Oh, if we get a World Soccer Slam from Jacob Henry? We are siblings.
I have a feeling Mark actually just signed a deal. He's director of operations of some indie promotion, but I have a feeling he'll end up being a talent scout as well. I don't exactly know what's going on with Braun Strowman, or to be honest.
No, we're brother. Why do people question if we're brothers or not? I don't know. Super Beard tag team partner, Santino Marella. I think he would be amazing tag team partners. Good to know, AJ Reed. Welcome to the family. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Now that's a match I could see him doing. Tongaloa versus Super Beard. Yeah, that's a match I think he could do.
Why do so many people hate on Tongaloa?
Hate on him. I just think you could actually, pull a great match out of him.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying like, and it's not just. I'm not talking about just Chad either. But like, I mean, the man is one half of the Gorillas of Destiny, one of the greatest tag teams.
But the better Miz trying to stay in here. Reed, the one who had just destroyed Seth Rollins after the sneak attack last week.
Yeah, Big Bronson Reed's attitude has certainly changed over the last couple of weeks.
Oh, and Bronson Reed sit outside the ring. Reed may be in trouble. Here
I think it's the fact that he made one mistake and now everyone's like just freaking every single thing he does.
I mean, admittedly, does he throw the best punches? No, I will admit his punches aren't great.
Big Bronson reeling.
But
R-Truth playing cheerleader.
Is FIP still an active promotion?
2+ decades in the ring for the Miz.
Miz hanging up Bronson Reed on the top rope, and Miz could have a chance here. Miz slides underneath the former WWE champion.
Honestly, if I got to wrestle Randy Orton, that'd be pretty damn good.
Uh-oh. Good night, Miz. Yeah. Oh, no. Miz with a great counter. A DDT. There's the cover for the win, and Reed kicked it one.
You see, that's where the Miz, you see the shock on his face, because the Miz just did everything he possibly thought he had.
I'm worried that when the match is over, Bronson Reed's going to try to do more tsunamis, and R-Truth's going to get involved, and then R-Truth's going to eat a bunch of tsunamis.
Trying to wheel the Miz in this matchup, one-on-one with Big Bronson Reed.
NC, nothing official yet, just rumors and speculation.
Begging for more in the self-proclaimed it kicks. Not even phasing Mr. Reed. And he caught Miz. Miz in trouble. Oh, Miz lands on his feet, though, into the corner. Sidesteps Reed, using his quickness here. Miz into the corner with his patented clothesline.
The Miz is quick as a meerkat here.
Miz has been a step ahead of Reed for much of this
He hasn't wrestled for a very long time, but she actually just had an issue, a major health scare. But I believe she's doing fine now.
Death Valley driver.
Perfectly placed.
Bend down the hatches. There is a storm a-coming.
Good question, Posey.
Tsunami!
Again, I don't understand how people are like, oh, Tongaloa can't wrestle. I mean, again, did you guys go watch his stuff with the Gorillas of Destiny? Again, admittedly, I don't think he throws punches well. His punches don't look good. But that's just, some people can't throw punches. It's just how it is.
The man who said, I've been telling the world I'm one of the best in the business. It's been falling on deaf ears. I'm not here to play around. And Reed is heading up to the top rope again. R-Truth trying to talk.
I mean, that's true too, Rock. That he throws him New Japan style.
And he moves Miz out of harm's way.
Unfortunately, I called it.
By Bronson Reed, about split R-Truth in half.
Crossbody tsunami.
We're talking about getting some heel heat here.
330 pounds tsunami. A category 5 ripping through Texas. Somebody again, come on now. Enough is enough.
It would be funny if Cena came out.
Rollins, who knows how long in his career.
Unfortunately, he can't.
Reed up to the top rope again. Here come officials.
Yeah, he's doing press stuff for his new movie.
Get this big tsunami! And here's Pierce. The general manager's out here now. Do something, Pierce. Do something.
Come on, you bone stooge! Stop this big bastard! He's gonna kill a national treasure!
And again, another tsunami to Truth. Truth's a damn national treasure.
Stop him!
Truth's gonna be on the extinction list.
Somebody get a net for this thing!
The officials trying to drag Truth out of harm's way, and Pierce reading the riot act.
Get a crane in here, Pierce! Get a crane in here! King Kong needs to be controlled! We're not gonna have a roster anymore!
Pierce needs to do something. This maniac's out of control. He was already fined twice by the general manager, and tonight he about killed R-Truth.
The hell,
And Reed's not done. Now he's going up to the other corner. Noble Jordan better get out of the way. Another tsunami by Bronson Reed. Absolutely out of control.
This wild animal. This wildebeest. This loose cannon. This wrecking ball. This son of a bitch.
Well, in Bronson Reed's mind, General Manager Adam Pearce brought this all on himself. Reed didn't believe he got any opportunities from this man, and he decided to take matters into his own hands. And on consecutive weeks,
Let's move. What are you doing? Adam Pearce obviously has a lot of plates spinning at one time, and this big Bronson Reed one is the most destructive in Austin, Texas.
And Reed ignoring Adam Pearce's commands to head to the back. Bronson Reed heading back up to the top rope again. That's Jamie Noble trying to get in his way. And another tsunami to Truth. R-Truth has been destroyed by Reed. Where the hell are the doctors?
Where the hell?
Where are the paramedics?
Where are the zookeepers? Where is security? Where is anybody to stop this thing?
Jeez.
Gigs! Let's go, man! Let's go! Hey, all you gotta do tonight is be you, Sami Zayn, bro. Go get that title back, my dog, huh?
It's not gonna be easy, dog. I gotta beat him.
Come on, bro. You already beat him.
He's not easy to beat. I gotta beat him twice.
Well, then you're gonna beat him again. And then you're gonna beat him again. And then after that, me and you going after the Judgment Day, getting these tag team championships, Zeus. And guess what? We're gonna beat them again. Yeet? But hey, are you ready though? Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. Bro, I said, my dog, are you ready for the night now? Huh? Huh? My dog, you know. Dog, you know I'm ready. I know you ready, man. Come on. Ready like a hot bull. Here we go. Man. Here we go. Wait for the match. I love you. I love you.
Should be a very good main event.
With a half hour left, minus the commercial break.
They're going to get like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I think you might be reading it wrong. No, why would the Wyatt Six interfere in this match?
There's no reason.
I still feel like Jay might be the one to win the Royal Rumble and then get a shot at Gunther at WrestleMania.
Possibility.
And I absolutely see Gunther holding a title to WrestleMania. I don't think there's going to be any interference in this match. This match doesn't need any interference. These two just need to be able to go. I don't see them basically, for lack of a better term, burying Sami with no pins. I could see like Bronson getting a quick one, Sami getting one about halfway through, and then Bron getting the final one towards the end. Now, that match, I could see there being some outside interference, Chris. Probably not. I mean, never say never, but it's really up to him. Jason Jordan is a producer, and one of the best ones they've got. I think it's been a good Raw. I've enjoyed it.
It's had a good flow to it. You know, it started off really hot, kind of went down a little bit to cool you off, and then it just kind of just stayed there. R-Truth took five tsunamis.
AJ was doing stuff in Japan for a bit. He's back now, taking a little bit of time off, and he'll be back soon.
Mm-hmm.
he didn't get beat that bad. It wasn't a squash match by any stretch. Like, he held his own. And then R-Truth saved him from a bunch of tsunamis and ended up getting tsunamied himself. Would I say the Judgment Day storyline is the best thing in WWE right now?
I would say it's getting better. It's not the best thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the best. Oops.
Ooh.
Extreme breaking news tonight. Bash in Berlin. This matchup just added 2 weeks from Saturday. Mixed tag team
there we go.
Pat calls them the Terror Twins. Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley.
Y'all asked for it. You got it. JB Duggan, go for it.
Liv Morgan. Bash in Berlin. Oh boy, Liv and Dom gonna finally get theirs.
We are the Judgment Day.
True.
No leaders.
The stories going
No
around
egos.
Punk might be better than the Judgment Day one. This
No
one's
Rhea.
building very well, though.
No Damien.
Terror Twins? You two losers are a joke. No couple in WWE, no couple in the world compares to me and Liv.
In a few short weeks on the Judgment Day Revenge Tour, we make a stop at Bash in Berlin where we make Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest pay for putting their hands on the most gorgeous men in the world.
Oh, and Damien. Watch out. Because Backstabber Balor's about.
That's 2 weeks from Saturday, Bash in Berlin. But next week, Monday Night Raw is in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where we have a triple threat match for the women's tag team titles. Fire and Dawn against Damage Control and the brand new group of Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark in that matchup. Pure Fusion Selective. Meanwhile,
Collective.
I'll get there. Meanwhile, Sheamus and Pete Dunne, this is going to be a banger.
Absolutely. Banger after banger is what Sheamus produces, but there's a lot of spite coming from Pete Dunne next Monday.
Also, next week, six-man tag team matchup. The New Day in Odyssey Jones take on the Final Testament next week, right here on Monday Night Raw.
Excited to see Odyssey Jones.
I don't know, I feel like Jay's going to be done with the Bloodline story
Also pumped for this main event.
after the War Games thing. I don't think he's going to stick around the Bloodline story.
The stars are out here in Austin at the Moody Center. Mark Henry here, his son. I believe there was a cake sighting earlier. The band Nether Hour is here. Uncle Laser.
I know they kind of teased the whole Jey Uso, Rhea Ripley thing. I think we need to like kind of drop that right now. I don't think that's going to be a focus.
And McCool.
Yeah.
Because you would think that now that Dom is turned on Rhea, that Jay would be sliding up to her. He's focused on Sami, and he's focused on those two winning the tag titles. And I think they're going to be pushing for the Bloodline stuff.
Yeah, certainly
I don't think he's going to have anything to do with
Sami
Rhea.
Zayn against the man Bron Breakker, but this man loves to fight, and he's in for a few tonight.
So I think the whole Jay Rhea thing was just to get on Dom's nerves and get Dom.
Back in July at
He
Money in the
did what
Bank.
he did.
Breakker knocked off Sami
Not
Zayn earlier this
leading
month.
Rhea, but to go get his butt kicked by.
Championship here on the main roster in WWE. Talked to Sami earlier today. He's very confident heading into this matchup tonight.
His resilience, his grit would certainly bode well for him in a 2 out of 3 falls match, but he's taking home Bron Breakker.
Well, Bron Breakker's talked to interviews. The reason he's not going by the name Steiner is because he wants to make a name for himself.
Talk about how great
what they are or maybe what they're going to do to somebody out in that ring. That's just not my style. So I'm going to do things the good old-fashioned way. A little bit of actions speak louder than words. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm a badass. And it's time to do what badasses do. Football guy, Pat McAfee. We got any dogs barking in Austin? Hit my music.
Yes, we do, Bron. The dogs are barking in Texas.
You're ridiculous.
I didn't tell him to say that. It is a good question, though.
Possible, Joe. Possible.
The unpredictable badass Bron Breakker. The current.
Here's the thing about Bron. He's not using all of the Steiner's moves. He's using wrestling moves and then the Frankensteiner. But he also has his own variation on the Frankensteiner in a way that's even better than the way Scott used to do it. The reality is a lot of the Steiner's moves were just basic wrestling moves. They were wrestlers.
Been a meteoric rise for Bron Breakker. First at NXT, and now here on Monday Night Raw.
Obviously a generational talent, but his physical capabilities are just as good as his in-ring IQ. Built to be a force.
Yeah, but will he still be the Intercontinental Champion when Monday Night Raw heads to Fort Lauderdale, Florida next week? Will it be Breakker or will it be Sami Zayn carrying the gold?
Shout out Siki.
My prediction, Sami gets the first one, and then Bron steamrolls him.
It's a 2 out of 3 falls match, and it is for the Intercontinental.
I believe they said next week is the tag match, but I'm not sure now.
Introducing the challenger from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds.
He's Scott Steiner's nephew. He's Rick Steiner's son. I just don't see.
And his
I don't see
opponent
Sami not getting a
from
pinfall in this
Atlanta,
match.
Georgia, weighing in at 250 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion.
AK cameras, man. You gotta love them.
So this is 2 out of 3 falls. Pat, who does that format, in your mind, favor here tonight?
In my mind, any match that Bron Breakker is in, he is favored in.
Miz lost.
He is built for success, but Sami Zayn has all of the traits that you would need in this type of stamina battle.
It's for the prestigious Intercontinental Championship. Breakker, Zayn, best 2 out of 3 falls. And Breakker going to take the fight to Sami Zayn early. The veteran Zayn looking to weather the early storm of Breakker.
I just think it's too early to take the title off of Bron.
It's literally his first title defense.
Sami's a veteran,
Yeah.
obviously, but Bron Breakker's been in the business.
I mean, I'm not saying that Sami can't beat him. It's just it's too early.
Sami sends Breakker up over the top rope into the pool. And Sami Zayn may have Breakker where he wants him. Zayn gonna fly through the rope. Sami McFly takes out Bron Breakker. Can Sami win the Intercontinental Championship? This is the best out of 2-3 falls in our main event on Raw.
And that match for Bron and Sami at Money in the Bank was the setup story. And do this.
It was very important he lost at Money in the Bank. Because as he even put it, like, I didn't take Sami seriously. He needed a slightly humbling moment. Because while you're trying to push him hard, you don't want to make every superstar like Gunther, who comes from NXT and immediately wins a title and holds it forever. Him losing was a big deal. Like, he needed that to develop his character. And they did picture-in-picture last week on Raw. Why they're not doing it this week, I don't know. I mean, they were on Sci-Fi last week, but it's still owned by the same company.
Yeah. And, NXT, all of NXT was picture-in-picture when it was commercial.
Yeah, again, I totally understand why Bron doesn't want to be a Steiner. It's not a diss on his family. He just wants that. He doesn't want it to be his name. Like, look at all the like Charlotte Flair. It's like, oh, she's only here because of her name. She's only here because of her name. Bron doesn't want that.
And the Flair name was, yeah, Flair. Charlotte had the Flair name forced upon her by Vince.
Yeah. Bron is not a lightweight. He's over 225, which officially makes him a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bron is absolutely a heavyweight. Randy embraced Orton because it was also what got him in the business. Whereas, Braun Breaker got in here on, tryouts and everything. He didn't use his name. He came into tryouts like everybody else. Bob Orton made a phone call to get Randy a job. Randy got signed and was paid $250 a week for months before he even stepped foot in the ring. So he understands what got him to the dance. Yeah, the heavyweight runs from 225 to 285.
And
well, I mean, regardless of what you feel like, Playboy, the actual is 225 to 285 is heavyweight, 285 plus is super heavyweight. Braun Breaker versus Josh Alexander would cook.
Don't forget, folks, join us tomorrow for NXT.
Uso, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Get yourself a dancing avocado.
Hook of the leg and a kick out. Best two out of 3 falls.
That's a future WrestleMania main event, Obafemi versus Braun Breaker for a world title.
Breaker, the current champion, Sami Zayn, the #1 contender.
I don't remember what Jeff weighed in at, but anybody over 225 is heavyweight.
Yeah, this is a PLE match on a Monday night.
Here's the thing, Phil. Cruiserweights stop at 205. 206 to 225 is a light heavyweight. 225 plus is heavyweight.
The no BS attitude of Braun Breaker, powerhouse style.
It's clear, people love it.
And Sami, though, Breaker telegraphed that. Sami took advantage.
Do you think Pierce is signing by the end of the show?
Sami Zayn. Always talking about his heart. And Rizelius, but what a slam! Cover by Breaker. And Sami kicked out somehow. But what about the sudden impact of Braun Breaker?
Just studying film,
yes,
knowing exactly what Sami's going to do at the right time, and bang!
I hope we beat those numbers tomorrow.
Having a slam reversal like that. There's a reason
he's got 285 is super heavyweight.
Yeah, he's so ahead of the curve.
After that, that's like super heavyweight's the highest.
Not only here, but of course in NXT.
It's 285 plus.
So much feel.
Sami Zayn.
Okay, so according to the official Olympics boxing weight class,
265.
Sami Zayn going to reach tightrope here from the
top. Brock was originally 285 when he went to MMA. He had to drop 20 pounds to make it under the weight class for heavyweight.
It's amazing how quick Sami.
He had to get to 265 to be able to compete at heavyweight.
You think he's out?
WWE uses MMA weight classes, not Olympic wrestling weight classes.
Loves what he does.
Right. So let me go check that out. That's because I'm looking here super heavyweight, anything above 201. So nah.
They also, again, they also only use the heavyweight class in MMA because technically there's so many. They don't even have cruiserweight in MMA. They have flyweight, they have lightweight, they have light heavyweight, they have bantamweight.
Yeah, they got Yeah, so flyweights 125 to 126, bantamweights 135 to 136, featherweight's 145 to 146, lightweight is 145 to 156, welterweight is 170 to 171, middleweight 185 to 186. Called it. Heavyweight's 205 to 206, and the heavyweight is 265 to 266.
Is Sami Zayn!
Sami Zayn caught Bron Breakker with a
I was welterweight when I did MMA for the year I did it. That's when I just naturally weighed 170. I didn't even have to cut weight.
That is not what our champion wanted.
But I wrestled for what's called a real.
Stunned by Zayn, and suddenly, Pat, Sami Zayn is in the driver's seat.
It was called a Real Fighting Championship, RFC.
And that's what the veteran needed. He needed just a small opening,
and we weren't even like considered pro. We didn't have our pro cards or anything. Like we were called like semi-pro. It was basically amateur.
Right on the button.
We were paid.
The barricade, moonsault,
we were paid very little just to make sure we kept it under the amateur status. Oh my God!
Oh shit! Oh shit!
What's going on?
What the hell? He's trying to murder
Sami
him.
might not be able to get up for a third pin. Third fall.
But yeah, no, so like they purposely paid us like I think it was like $25 was all we made a fight, and then there was like all we got paid on paper was $25. So that it was under whatever the legal standing to be considered pro is, because if you were still amateur, you didn't have to follow the boxing commission, and there was a lot of things.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah. But yeah, so, but that's what also these weight classes are part of the reason why I don't want cruiserweight division to come back, because it either means they have to add another belt, which they don't need more belts, but two, it means they have to add a second belt. They have to add a light heavyweight belt. Because if you're going to add weight classes, you got to add all the weight classes. You can't just add one for no reason. But also, it means that a lot of people will no longer be allowed to compete for the world heavyweight title, because they're going to fall under either light heavyweight or they're going to fall under cruiserweight. So I'm currently at like 195 right now.
I'm at 192 as of this morning. But I did take a pretty big dump, so I might be at 191.
Yeah, I don't think they need to add any more belts, except for maybe like a mid-card title for the women. But that's if I want to see how the one in NXT plays out first.
Which is so far so good. So far so good.
You got KFC. I got hot dogs, bro. Hot dog and a handshake.
Dude, you got lucky on that.
Sometimes a Pepsi. Yeah, there'd be a lot of people that wouldn't be. Like AJ Styles wouldn't be allowed to compete for the world title. He weighs 218.
Yep.
So it's just. Yeah, the weight classes thing, it creates an issue. And it requires a massive change to the entire landscape of WWE. And it would also mean that, like you just said, every belt would have to be treated the same, which would mean the world title wouldn't be special anymore, because it would only be special to a certain group of people. I have no idea, Brett Dawson. I don't know where everybody's from. There's no way I can answer that question. Do I see any pay-per-view coming to Southeast Asia? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, they've talked to Japan about possibly doing one.
Taken over.
Yeah.
Losing that first fall is just tick breaker off as Sami tries to stay in this.
Yeah, Bron Breakker has flipped the switch since that first loss, but Sami can end this.
Yeah, looking for a clean sweep here, the champion.
Frankensteiner!
Yes, Vegas is going to be holding the next WrestleMania.
Sami kicked out.
What? Damn.
I'm going to show you what happened. This is unbelievable. What we witnessed during right before the commercial break. Bron Breakker, look at this angle. Sending Sami Zayn flying head over heels into the timekeeper's area.
Not only the power, obviously the agility of Bron
Possibly
Breakker,
Brett, but
makes him so
you have to
special
slay him
with
way
a
down the
breaker.
road.
Steiner almost catching back up.
China, no.
You think Braun's getting
South Korea,
frustrated?
maybe.
He hasn't been able to put the veteran Sami Zayn
Highly
away.
doubt it.
Sami up, one fall to none. Best 2 out of 3 falls for the Intercontinental Championship. Gorilla press power slam by Breakker.
Braun knew what he was signing up for with Sami.
I don't see Matt Riddle coming back. He's actually thinking about joining the Hub.
Spear! And Breakker going straps down. He's not done yet. Bron Breakker wants to punish and torture Sami Zayn. Now and another spear to Sami.
I think in 2026, possibly, or 2027. Because I think 2026 is already locked in for Indianapolis.
The second fall is Bron Breakker.
So now, Pat, we're in sudden death. The winner of the next fall will be the Intercontinental Champion. That's if they can scrape Sami off the mat after these 2 massive spears by Bron Breakker.
Braun so explosive.
Some kind of PLE in Mexico would be huge, I think.
20+ mile an hour. Sawing Sami in half. You have to believe that.
An official Chad Patton keeping.
No, Joe, all of Lucha Bros are trying to leave the AEW. They're going to let the contract expire.
Where's everybody getting this whole Judgment Day is going to rebrand as Street Trash thing from? They just came out with a new Judgment Day shirt. They're keeping the Judgment Day name. Where is this coming from?
He almost stole the championship from Breakker. Nonchalant cover. Sami tried to take advantage.
No, I can see Rhea and Damian do the Street Trash thing. Especially after all the
they're the terror team. They're running with that.
Right.
So I don't know where the Street Trash thing is coming from.
Bouncing Sami off the announce table.
What channels? You say big channels, but from what channels?
Official Chad Patton.
No
trying to get
DQ.
some sort
Don't
of
trust them
control here. Breakker
at all.
breaks the count.
In
Sami
fact,
Zayn
if it's not
in
coming
trouble.
from Fightful Select these days, don't give it any weight. Maybe PW Insider. Admittedly, PW Insider has changed a lot lately. But even they still post rumors as facts, and I don't know why they do that.
Pounces from the ring to the commentary
Sports
table.
Keating is super toxic. They're terrible.
This is incredible. The athleticism, the power, the intensity of Bron Breakker. And Sami Zayn could be counted out of this
Alex,
matchup.
be careful of that.
Official at a count of 3. Senior official Chad Patton now at a count of 4. Bron Breakker going to take a count-out victory. At 7 now on Sami Zayn.
Could you imagine keeping Sami Zayn out of the ring for a 10 count?
A count of 8, a count of 9.
Yeah, that's just people seeing shit online and running with it like it's facts. And that's got to stop. Just because you see it on the internet doesn't mean it's true.
Bron Breakker about an 1/8 of a second away from retaining his Intercontinental title here tonight.
Like I said, they literally just came out with a brand new Judgment Day shirt.
Liv
Liv Morgan's eye with the bedazzled is part of it. They've rebranded and redesigned that Judgment Day. Yeah, they're not.
And Breakker is not done yet. Sami Zayn in a world of trouble here. Breakker trying to hook him. Sami able to block. Sami hanging in there. Sami still in this fight. Couple of shots to the ribs and out of the back by Zayn. And Zayn fighting away with everything he's got against the champion. Where's this coming
We're
from?
tied 1-1.
Powerbomb to take the championship and a kick out of 2.
How is Sami still doing this?
How did Breakker kick out of this? The sunset flip powerbomb. Sami Zayn to Bron Breakker.
Austin, Texas can't help but be impressed with the fight that Sami Zayn is showing.
It's basically now just a regular match at this point because we're tied 1-1.
Sami Zayn showing the heart and guts and resilience that has made him one of the best. And Breakker back to his feet. Sami Zayn looking for the exploder suplex in the corner.
Sami should got really good chemistry with everybody, but yeah, honestly, this match, Bron and Sami have really good chemistry.
Sami's one of those guys who can wrestle just about anybody.
Went for a spear, leapfrog by Zayn. Sami, roll up to win the championship. Breakker kicks it 2.
Bron was stunned off the turnbuckle there.
Oh, and what a knee by Breaker.
It's like a desperation knee to the mouth from Bron Breaker. Still reeling from the missed spear. He's found his balance.
Full head of steam. Sami caught him with a kick. Almost a version of a haluva kick in the middle of the ring for the win.
2 minutes left.
Breaker kicks out.
Yeah, that Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, 2 out of 3 falls match.
Sami Zayn is almost Intercontinental Champion.
Sami can't believe it. He almost had Breaker done there. He had almost won the title for the 5th time. We're tied at 1. We're in sudden death.
No, they shouldn't flip-flop titles. You lose all the prestige of the title if you flip-flop it.
Sami heading up to the top
Your
rope.
champion should be able to defend them.
Awesome.
Breaker struggling to his feet.
Another.
Sami with a headbutt, driving Breaker back to the middle of the ring. Sami Zayn now, top rope, gonna fly, spear out of midair. A spear out of midair. Bron Breaker retains the title.
Here is your winner.
I wish that I knew the spear in the air was coming. I wish it looked a little bit better. All in all, though, that match, straight fire. Straight fire match. Commercial breaks suck.
An impressive victory tonight for Bron Breaker, Pat.
We did some physics earlier this evening, and I don't know how Sami Zayn's soul is still in his body, but he almost won this a few times. Right here. That body goes limp quick. And Bron Breaker puts the finishing touches on his Intercontinental Championship defense.
Bron Breaker, a force to be reckoned with. We could see Bron breaking records left and right in WWE.
The ad breaks, I don't think, were timed well. But again, that's not truly WWE's call.
It's an honor to be a part of the Bron Breaker era.
Jesus.
All right, where am I? Nobody cares. Shut up. Leave me alone. All right, guys. So that was Monday Night Raw. A good episode. Very good main event. That was straight fire. So well done. Don't forget, everybody here, make sure you tune into NXT tomorrow night. You are not going to want to miss it. I promise you. I promise you, you're not going to want to miss NXT tomorrow night. It's going to be amazing. Best wrestling show on television today, so tune in for that. You don't want to miss it. Speaking of which, Joe Hendry will most likely be there, so that would be cool. On the Joe Hendry turn, if we can get my Instagram up to 1,000 followers, we're like 450 away, I think. We can get up my Instagram, go to my bio, click on my Instagram, and click follow. All you got to do is follow. It doesn't cost you nothing. But if we get that to 1,000, we already got our YouTube up to 1,000, I will cut my hair and dye it like Joe Hendry, and we will get Beard Hendry. So make sure you do that. Also, don't forget, while you're at the Instagram, go to the link tree in my bio. Our good friend Jamal, Undead Soldier on TikTok, is going through a rough patch, needs some help. So please, he has a GoFundMe. The link is in my bio on my link tree, the very top of my link tree. Whatever, even if it's just $1, whatever you can donate to help out, please help out a friend and of the channel and part of our community. So please, if you can go do that when you can. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please, please, please tune in tomorrow night for NXT. It's going to be great.
8 p.m. Eastern.
On
8 p.m. Eastern.
Same time that Raw starts. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, for the Booker, I've been Super Beard, you've been super awesome, and we will see you guys tomorrow night for the greatest wrestling show of all time, NXT. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, walk in the building like I got $1 million on me in cash. Okay, tired of counting, I hired accountants, they doing the math. Okay, took it to places they never could make it, I'm forming a path. Okay, not going back. Okay, not going back. Let's go, not from this planet. Pull up an alien rocket ship. They try to study the way I've been doing it, they gon' need paleontologists. Feel like I'm one of the greats. Money, I'm making a lot of it. I did 1 billion streams in the pen and I swear that they barely acknowledge it. Okay, that means that I gotta go harder, I'm flipping the switch. Battery charging, I'm ready to flip. Feel like I'm Arthur, I'm balling my fist. Give me the call, never calling it quits. Bigger money, bigger problems, what they said to me. I don't ever worry cause the stress don't get to me. Live and direct from the mind of my destiny. Diamonds of pressure, I thrive in intensity. lo and behold, sticking around when they told me to go. Calling me up, nobody home. Spinning these numbers like rotary phones. Hey, lo and behold, house made of glass, they throwing these stones. Markham, Ontario, locally grown. Went off the map, I'm globally known. Walk in the building like I got $1 million on me in cash. Hey, tired of counting, I hired accountants, they doing the math. Okay, took it to places they never could make it, I'm forming a path. Okay, not going back. Okay, not going back.
Hey, it's a 1 in a million chance that you run up and not end up pissing in blacks. I made a cornerstone.